Hello everyone, it's Derek here. Yesterday we played about 42 minutes or something, and then we're down a little bit, like $21. Forgot to go over this at the end of the session. Today we're just gonna get started, but before we get started, I want to talk about one hand I just played in the morning, which is pretty interesting. So we were dealt pocket eights here, and then under the gun race, and we decided to just flat call here because you can certainly three bet, but this guy is a regular, so I don't want to three bet and then get four bet off my pocket eights. So I just decided to flat call here, and then ended up big blind calling as well. We flop middle set, which is pretty much the nuts here, because under the gun is this guy's only guy who can have pocket queens. They both check, and then we just bet half the pot. The big blind called. This guy's a regular too, so we have been playing a lot versus this guy and that guy. Um, he called, and then the original raiser folded, so he was the only one who could possibly have pocket queens. There's 0% chance that this guy ever has queens here, so we definitely had the nuts, and then he called. So we just automatically assume he probably has a queen because this is a pretty dry board with no draw whatsoever. And then turn was another brick, a five of diamonds, which doesn't mean anything. He checked to us, we bet another half the pot, and then he called. Once he made this call, we're almost certain that he has queen. He has a queen, right? So almost 100% of the time he has a queen, maybe like a queen jack, king queen, or like queen 10 or something like that. Um, and the river was another queen. So now he checked again, like since we already putting on queens, right? So he has three queens here, and we just have to bet the amount that three queens will call. Like a lot of people make a mistake of betting way too little here. I would say at least you need to bet like the whole pot. But for me, I just think like people in this level just doesn't have the capability to lay down three queens in this spot. So I decided to overbet it. So I bet over the pot, almost 2x the pot at $30, and he tanked for like 30 seconds or so, and then he ended up calling. And then he did have queen 10 here, I think. Yeah, he has queen 10 here. So this is another example of how hand reading will help you maximize your profit, maximize your value, pretty much. Okay, hold on. Okay, so let's get started for today's session. Probably gonna play around 1 hour or so, and good luck to us. Uh, hmm. This guy is relatively tight. He already three bet, so we can't do anything but full fold. Easy raise here. Flop middle pair. Um, yeah, do a standard c bet here. He raises. We're just gonna give it to him here. He could easily have like an open-ended draw or like a king. We flop middle pair here. Definitely gonna see bet. Easy fold. Gonna open with ace-9 offsuit, blind versus blind. There's a lot of new players today. Maybe it's a Sunday or something. I don't know why. Over here, probably just gonna call and see a flop. Unless somebody 3-bet, then we have to fold. Gonna call this. Flop middle pair. Most of the time this is good. We have the best hand here. And we're just gonna call here. Pretty safe card for us. Check. If he bet again, he probably has a king. Or at least like jacks or queens or something like that. So our hand's probably not good here. Just have to fold. I mean, it could be bluffing too, but it's unlikely. Let's 3-bet here. Standard open. Flop quads. And then he led to us. Great. So he probably thinking we missed a flop, and then he probably has like something like a pocket pair or something, and we're just gonna flat call here. Obviously, you don't want to raise because raising make is way too strong. This is kind of weak. This basically tell you one thing, that he has like nice, pocket tens, or like even pocket sevens, maybe jacks. If we raise here, that might make it look too strong. He only has $29, so we can put like a little bit raise, like a little over double. So that way there's no way he fold with tens and nines, and then he's pretty much pot committed to call river jam, and he just shoved. So good for us. I guess he has like ace king. King 6. Wow. Free money. He was here to donate us. So that guy raised king 6 suited under the gun and then call a 3-bet out of position with king 6 suited. It just tells you a lot how bad these players are. They have absolutely no idea what they're doing. Over here, we can call, we can 3-bet. I'll probably just link. We can fold as well. Let's just fold this one. You have to play like a balanced game. You can't always do like one thing when you have certain hand against in certain position against certain position. You just have to be flexible. So you can't always play the same way. So this guy opens way too much. Definitely a 3-bet here. He's just gonna fold a lot here because he opens 31% of the time. That's way too much, way too high. So a lot of time when he raises, he'll have like pretty bad hands. Especially if he was late position. Here we raise with pocket fives. Got called by small blind. This is actually really good for the small blind range, but we're still gonna put like some kind of c-bet, like half the pot here. Okay. Just in case he has like 8-9 or something, you don't want to give him a free card. King queen, easy open here. It's 9 off. Under the gun raise, you don't want to mess up mess around with queen offsuit. Just fold. Um, oh, we'll just call this one. Normally I'll 3-bet here, but like I said, we can't always play it one way or another, so we just have to mix it up a little bit. You see bet like half the time. We have top pair, top kicker. Definitely gonna continue here. We also have the backdoor nut draw. This is really a good card for us, for our calling range. And then it doesn't help his. So he check here. We're gonna bet like a little bit here, just in case he has a flush draw. We have to punish him. We're just gonna put the raise here. He led us to 0.5. A very good card for us. Since we have the ace of spades, it's very unlikely that he has the ace high flush. It's impossible that he has ace high flush draw. So let's just put him on like maybe king jack or something. So bet like 5.5. So just bet something that jack can call. Hopefully he has a jack or like pocket queens or something. Oh shit! Here we were gonna check anyways. Just gonna check. He probably has a he probably has an ace. He has a 10. Okay. Okay, he called. Yeah, he had pocket queens here. So we definitely got like maximum value there. We kinda got lucky that ace hit on the river. But it's poker. It happens. King 9 suited, raise under the gun. Here we got called by 2 spots. Pretty much recreational player. Never seen those guys. Flop middle pair. We can do a c-bet here, and then if we get called, that means they have an ace. Because this board is just way too dry. And then they were able to call under the gun raise, so you're gonna give them some credit. Over here, we have like nothing and no equity or anything, so we can just give up. Sometimes it's okay to just give up. He calls, so we're gonna put him on like an ace or something. So we're just gonna check it to him. Here, same thing. Oh, since he checked, I'm just gonna give it up. $5, give it to him. Now he probably has like a 10. I'm thinking like he has a 10 here since he checked back on the turn. But we're not gonna try to bluff him. There's no reason to. The pot is way too small. And this guy's 10. Oh, this guy only has 884, $8.80. So we're just gonna call, and then if we hit the flop, then we just have to go with it. Raising under the gun with the ace jack offsuit, pretty standard. This is pretty much going in. Whatever he does is going. Okay, we just have to call. Hopefully he has like jacks or something. Oh yeah, it's ace 8. Good for us. This is a really dry board. This doesn't have anything, so it's 3-way pot. So we can just bet like a quarter the pot. Hopefully they fold. If not, this is actually you can barrel here, but this guy's so tight, so I gonna give him credit for like at least a pair, like a 10 here. If it's against like a loser player, I'll definitely second barrel this, since we have our range is very strong. he checked behind. That's really weird. I'm guessing like he has like pocket fives or something. But still, we're not gonna bluff it. I don't think he's gonna ever fold pocket fives here if we bet. Assuming he's a good player. Yeah, he's king. Wow. That's surprising. Here we're just gonna defend with queen 10 off. This is really good for our range, so we're just gonna try and check raise here. If we bet. Since he checked behind, we're just gonna bet half the pot here. Cause we have like a 7-9, we can have a lot of 8s, we can have a lot of 6s. Call the turn. He might have a 9 here. We're just gonna check it to him and then call. We're just gonna check call here. Because we don't want to bet and then he raise and then we'll have to fold. So just saving that bet for him, and that way we can just call in and see what he has. And in case he's bluffing, right? Oh, I got pocket kings. Nice hand. Gonna see bet very little here. It's dry board. He can't have much. He's never gonna have an 8 here. Just gonna bet a quarter pot. Playing like we have like a pocket pair or something. Okay, it worked. Got called by 2 different players here. Gonna do a standard c-bet. If this gets called, then we're just basically done with the hand. Unless we turn top pairs. In here, same thing. We're just gonna bet like very little, quarter the pot. Here, he could have a flush draw, so we're definitely gonna bet pretty big here, in case it's a flush draw or some kind of flush straight combo draw. Here we don't beat anything except a flush draw, so we're just gonna check it to him. You can bet too, but it's very likely that he has an ace here, so I just don't see the reason to continue bluffing here. We're just gonna give it up. Here it's no brainer. Just call and see a flop. Flop top pair. We're just gonna check. Here we just check. Good turn. We're just gonna bet a little over half the pot here. With top pair, good kicker. Here we flop a flush draw with overcards. Definitely gonna raise here. Just to see where we are. If he calls, he has a queen at least. But we can just take it down like this, which is good. He calls here on the turn, so I'm guessing like he has like some kind of straight draw or something, and it missed. So we just have to check to him, and hopefully he bluff at it. That's the only way to get more value out of this pot. I don't think if we bet, he's not gonna call. Here we're just gonna do a standard C bet, half the pot. Hopefully bluff at it. He doesn't. He probably have like a miss flush, straight draw. We'll see. Oh, he has pocket three. Yeah, like he had a straight draw. Oh, this is a bad turn. We just have to check. Give it up, sort of. See, like over here, if you bet the river, it's never gonna call, right? If you have like we play on a busted straight draw, so if we bet here, it's never gonna call. So in order to get the max value, we just check to him, and hopefully he'll bluff at it, because there's no way pocket three was good here against our range. Unfortunately that he didn't bluff at it, but that was the best way to get the most value out of this hand. He's too suited versus under the gun raise. In the call, we're definitely gonna put a squeeze here. Gonna raise pretty big. If this guy's 4-bet us, we have to fold. If he just call, then we have to play it really carefully. But most of the time, they're just gonna all fold. This guy's the only guy we need to worry about right here. Yeah, see, he 4-bet. That means he has a real hands here, and then this guy all in. I don't know what he's doing. Like, he probably doesn't have much. Maybe like a pocket pair or something. We just fold, and then we'll see like what they have. He has jacks, kings. Wow. So this guy play like really trappy. Good hands. Here we can just call this. We flop a gut shot straight draw. Just gonna check to him. Here, gonna put in a race. This guy's a limper. We're just gonna give out here. We don't have any bet door or something. If there's a spade, then we can definitely call the flop. Flop bottom stack here. Only losing to ace jack. He's never have queens and kings here. Just gonna bet standard half the pot and see what he does. Easy 3-bet here. Okay, check raise here. He could have king queen. He could have king jack. He could have ace jack. There's no reason to re-raise here. So let's just call it and see what he does on turn, since we have position anyways. Standard c-bet here. That is a terrible card for us, unfortunately. We're only beating king queen and king jack here, but he has to give us credit for ace too. So this might not be a good card for him as well. So he only bet like $5. We just have to call here since he bet very little. He bet like 15 or something. It's definitely a fold. You're just gonna check. And we river a boat. This might not be a best. We might. He could have king queen and king jack here so easily. I'm hoping he doesn't. We're definitely not gonna raise here because like I said, he could easily have king queen and king jack. Let's just hope that he has ace jack here, and we got lucky on the river. Well, he has nothing. Wow. Oh, good for us. That is really weird the way he played. Flop but not flush draw here. Definitely gonna bet a little. So he check raised on the flop with nothing and then turned the nuts. Oh, life is good. Here we got raised. We can call once and then proceed from there. Cause like, what does he have raising here? He just flat call on the button pre-flop, so it's unlikely that he has ace. He could have like 4-7 or something. But since we have enough flush draw, we just call and then see what he does on turn. Um, Maybe he could have like flop a flush or something. I don't know. But against this guy, we have like no history with him, no data whatsoever. I'll say we just fold here. We just call. Flop a flush draw. He check. There's no reason for us to bet here, because he raised under the gun. He could easily have like ace king or like pocket pairs. It's never folding here, so we just take the free card here and see what's up. Since we checked the flop, we can definitely call here and proceed on the river. We missed. I'm thinking he had like pocket sevens or something here. Pocket eights. Some kind of pocket pair that's not king. Can we bluff him off? I don't think so. Yeah, we're not gonna call that. We could raise. But is he really gonna fold, let's say, a pocket tens here? I just don't think so. Yeah, I'll just have to give it up, I think. Because if he's a thinking player, it's almost never folding pocket tens there. Here, we're just gonna 3-bet. Because you don't want to play like A9 suited against like 4 other players. Out of position. It's just not smart. Took it down. We flop 2 overcards and then gush out straight draw. We can call here and see a flop. This is pretty good for our range. Not that good for his. Do a standard c-bet, half the pot. But this guy doesn't c-bet that much, so if we bet this, we're probably gonna give it to him. We turned a gush out straight draw with 2 overcards. Just gonna check here. The third spades hits, we just have to check behind here and take the free card. Just gonna give up here. Just gonna fold. He could have nothing there, but we have nothing to call him with. Easy fold here. Against under the gun, I'm not gonna call with ace nine. Let's just fold here. Flop second pair. Standard c-bet. Under the gun raise. This guy fold to 3 by 94% of the time. Definitely got a 3-bet here because he calls. If this guy fold, we can consider just flat calling here, just to mix up how we play. Flop, got shot straight draw. Just gonna see bet half the pot here. He calls. Not the greatest flop for kings. I mean, he can have like a flush draw with a jack, or flush draw with like some kind of combo draw or something. We're just gonna call here and see what he does on the turn. We have the nuts here, and then he bet pot against us. He only had $7 behind, so we're just gonna go all in. It's almost never folding here. Yeah, he had a stray. We just had the nut stray. Over here, he checked to us. It's very interesting. It could mean that he has a combo draw, or it could mean that he probably doesn't have queens. There's no way he has queens and jacks. He could have queen jack, which we beat now. I think it's a perfect spot to go all in, shove all in right here. Just so he'll call with some kind of combo draw. Oh, he just folded. So that turn was really good for us, the 8. This guy's a fish. We flop top here. Just bet half the pot. Blind versus blind. Let's do a standard c-bet here. Just give it up. Pocket 3. Yeah, we can just call and then try to flop a set. Oh, this is a terrible flop. We're just gonna give it up. Pocket 3 is raised under the gun. Here, blind versus blind. We're gonna shot straight draw. Just bet half the pot. He checked to us. Against 3 other players, pocket 3 is just pretty garbage right here. So we're just gonna give it up. Ace king. Bet to a flush shot to over card. Definitely a C bet. Here. Got call. We're just gonna check it to him. Oh, we got a pair of 5. We're gonna see bet here. Half the pot. Just gonna give it up here. King Jack here. Just gonna 3-bet. Against cut up open. I don't know why on this table it starts showing big blind instead of how much I have. Flop top to pair here. Just gonna see bet half the pot. This guy never fold to see bet. Pretty sure it's gonna continue. Got 3-bet here. We're just gonna fold. We're just gonna call here with king queen. Okay, we got it back. He checked the flop, so we're just gonna bet here, because this is really good. So it's really good for our range. The board's really good for our range. Just gonna give bet here. He actually has ace jack. I don't know why he checked the flop there. It's kind of terrible of him. Just gonna fall here. This guy never raises, and he raises under the gun. Gonna see a flop here. Because this guy never raises, and then when he raises he has like real hands. And then Jack A suit is really good against really strong hands, such as aces, kings, and stuff like that. But definitely not after this flop. Pocket tens here, easy open. This guy's really loose. We're just gonna call here. So turn another ace. That makes him less likely to have an ace. He probably had like a some kind of pocket pair or even like a 6-6 here. We definitely gonna bet here after he check. In case he has like a flush draw, you don't want him to draw for free. Bet like 75% a pot. And then if he raises, then yeah, he definitely has an ace. But I don't think he'll play that way. He probably has nothing, or just a 6 or something like that. A lot of weaker players tend to do that. Just when they're out of position and they had something, but that something wasn't as strong, they tend to bet it out of position to find out where it is. But they're just gonna get exposed so hard once they start playing against better players. Here we got a straight draw. Just gonna bet half the pot here. Take it down. Here we flop another gusha straight draw. Standard C bet. Take it down. That raises. Definitely gonna 3-bet here. Just gonna try to bluff at it. Unlikely he has a king. Yeah, most of the time I just take it down here when he checked twice. Blind versus blind. Standard open. This guy never fold to c-bet, and this is a pretty bad flop for us, and then it's pretty good for his big blind calling range. So we're just gonna check to him, and then if he bets, we're just gonna give up. Doesn't change anything. Hopefully we just take it down with ace high. Um, yeah, it's a fold here. Oh, he has a 3. That's him. Standard open, flop trip 7 here. Just gonna bet like quarter the pot. Hopefully he thinks that we're stealing it or something. There we go. So when he called a flop, he has to have like a 3 or pocket pairs. I don't think he has 7s. Maybe he has like flush draws, so we have to bet a little bigger here. Just to protect our hand. Bet like 75%. Here we got 3-bet here by a pretty solid player. Shut it fold. So 5-4 suited under the gun is normally not a raising spot. So, most of the time, if I'm playing against like better players, like a higher stake games, I'll probably just fold this unless we're playing like extremely deep. Just because playing 5-4 suited under the gun, it's not profitable in the long run. We flop a open-ended straight draw, so definitely gonna see bet for like half the pot. This guy just call. Raise with ace jack. Standard C bet here against a weak player. Tag fish. Um, we can barrel here, but against a bad player, I normally don't try to bluff too much because they're never folding anything. Like if they have like 6-7 here, he's not folding. If he any kind of 5, I don't think he's folding. So just gonna check behind. It's okay to give up pots sometimes. Um, he probably had like a 2 pair or something. I don't know what he has. Bet so much, expecting us to call. Maybe he's bluffing, but good for him. Flop top pair, top kicker here. Definitely gonna see bet half the pot. Jack doesn't change much unless they have a9. He could have a9 here. Oh, we're just gonna bet here and then see what happens. If he has a9, he's raising here, and we probably have to fold. But he could still have like other stuff. He could have like 5-6 offsuit for open-ended straight draw, which he folded. He could have a 7. You just don't want to give like free card for nothing, especially if you have position. There's no reason for you to check back and give him a free card. But just know that you always you always have to be prepared to fold in case something goes wrong, right? So this guy almost never 3 bets, and then he 3 bets my under the gun raise. That means he has a really strong hand, and then he has a lot of money too. So let's say he has like aces, kings, and queens, and then we flop a set, we can make a lot of money. So we're just gonna give it a shot and see if we can flop anything. Nope. So the only hand we're beating right here is ace king. Because he has a 2% 3-bet range. That's like aces, aces, kings, queens, ace king suited. Not even ace queen. 2% 3-bet range. So his hands is basically faced up against us. If he bet, we're gonna call once, assuming that he could have ace king. We're just gonna call once. Good turn. And if he bet again, then we just have to give it up. Because for a player who only 3-bet 2% of the time, you have to give him credit for real hands. When he 3-bets, especially against your under the gun race. Here he checked. There's no reason for us to bet here. Because he could have aces and kings still. And if he has ace king, he's not calling. So we just check behind. Queen shouldn't change much because, like I said, 2% 3-bet range does not include ace queen, especially against under the gun race. So I don't think he has ace queen. Most likely he has ace king here. The way the hand was played. Because if he had aces or kings, it's never playing this way, and it's very unlikely that he had ace queen. So he probably has ace king here, and then hopefully we had the best hand. Yeah, there we go. He has ace king. That was another perfect example of how hand reading will help you. Because especially against a player like that, and then that's why tracking program is very important. Because you see somebody with a 2% 3-bet range, uh, they're basically playing playing the hands faced up against you. So he has aces or kings or ace king there. You could almost even exclude queens. So it was very easy to expose a player like that. That's why you don't want to be that player who only 3-bet the premium hands. Here we're just gonna see a flop with Jack 9 suited. Plays really well post flop. Here. Against under the gun raise, I don't like flat calling here. It's either a raise or fold. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold here. They both check, so we probably has the best hand right here. So we're just gonna bet for value, half the pot. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't bet an ace on the flop there with a flush draw out there. We got called. So he probably had like something like maybe king jack or queen jack or something. But now we are chopping. So there's no reason for us to bet. Um, the reason why I say that is because he could very much have a flush draw. If he has a flush draw, he might bluff at this. So we're just gonna give him the chance. Here, most of the time he's just gonna check behind though. Over here, turn is pretty safe. We're just gonna bet pretty big. So like we just have to call this. This is way too little. We're probably calling to chop anyways. But oh, he has queens. Wow, well played. Here we got check raise on the turn. We're just gonna we're just gonna fold here. That raise was way too big. We don't really beat anything there. This guy never 3-bets. Pretty tight player. Just gonna give him credit. Jack 9 is very good for his big blind calling range, so we're just gonna give it here. Definitely gonna 3-bet here with ace king off. We're just gonna check here because we pretty much have the nuts here. Just gonna bet a little bit, like half the pot here. Definitely gonna 3-bet here. This guy's pretty tight though. He raised only 7% of the time. So if he calls, we have to play very carefully. But most of the time, he's just gonna fold here. Oh, that is just stupid. Like, who the hell ever called that? Unless I have like aces or kings, I guess. Just have to give it to him. You can tag him as a pretty bad player. Flop top set here. Just gonna standard C bet half the pot. Here we're just gonna give it up. He calls here. He could have a flush draw, and we got it here. Just gonna see bet half the pot. In here we're just gonna bet like 75%. Hopefully he has like an ace high flush draw or something. Okay, so this raise means that he probably has ace high flush draw, and we just have to jam right here, because there's no reason to just call, and he only has like $29 left, so we just have to jam, and then there's no way he fold if he has like an ace high flush draw with the pair ace. Oh, he has two pair. Wow, surprise. Three bet here. We have a backdoor flush draw. Just gonna see bet for half the pot. So yeah, here I was surprised he has this. I just thought he had like some kind of flush draw with the ace, so he turned the ace with the flush draw to go with it. But turned out he has aces up two pairs, which is good for us. The reason why I put him on flush draw was because I guess aces up makes sense. It's just unfortunate for him. He check called the flop, right? See what happened? Yeah, I think he check called the flop and then check raised the turn, which is okay. It's just unlucky for him that I had a set there. Most of the time he had the best hand there. And then people in this level never fold ace king in that spot. So the way he played was okay as well. It's just that it's very unfortunate for him that I actually had a set there. So it's just unlucky. I don't think he did anything wrong there, actually. We're just gonna bet quarter pot here. If he calls here, he might have like ace queen. Doesn't. Definitely got a 3-bet here. Got called by 2 spot. I'm just gonna bet half the pot here. And if we got called, we just give it up. Here we bet quarter pot. Good job, we take it down. Because it's unlikely that they had anything strong. Because if they did, they would definitely four bet us pre-flop. And then 10-10 deuce flop, it's really nothing there unless they have a 10. It's really hard for them to continue with anything else. We decided not to see bet here against 2 players because it's a pretty wet board. A lot of time they have like 9-10 or something, gutter ball with like maybe flush draw or something. It's just very hard to get people to fold on a flop like this. Just gonna check. We could bet here, but we decide not to. I'm not gonna call that. I'm just gonna sit out the next big blind since it's almost an hour since we begin the session. Standard C bet, flop top pair. This guy is pretty loose. Raise with the ace-5 suited. Okay, let's see how we did today. So, see. So we made $177 in 1 hour and 8 minutes. Probably just 1 hour or something. And our expected value was 171. So it's a pretty steady session. Not much variance, not much swing. Pretty good session in overall for us. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next tomorrow or something. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.